Welcome everyone to another review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, I'm going to be showing you and doing an unboxing of Dungeons and Dragons Starter Set, the Stranger Things edition. So let me jump right into this and what comes with it. Very easily available. It's about $25, so let's see if it's worth it. So here's the box set itself, and comes fairly nice size, and little open windows so you can see the figure that comes with it. That actually comes with 2 Demogorgons. Haven't seen them yet, so I'm going to open this up here and take a look at it. Check out the contents. So there's the box. Actually, the way I cut this is I cut just the bottom portion of the wrap. That way I can keep the wrap on the box itself. And so here we have the set of dice. All right, so a complete set of dice. You have your D20, your D4, your D12, your D8, D10, and a D6. They're fairly decent. Gotta keep them inside this bag here. Now, my kind of hope, although it's probably a misplaced hope, is that I can get my teenage daughters to actually play Dungeons and Dragons and see if they can actually get into playing the game. So here are the 2 Demogorgons. One is painted and one is not, although the difference between the painted and the unpainted is just the mouth. I'll actually try to show you a different view so you can see that. Actually, let me just switch cameras here. So let's see if we can see. Oh yeah, you can see them much better this way. So there they are. They're fairly small, and really the only difference between the painted and the unpainted it appears to be just the mouth. On this one, let's let the focus come in. If it will, there it goes. All right, so that's the only difference between the 2. And I'll just take the booklets and all the contents. We'll go through and we'll take a look at. I'll save the books for last, actually. So set that aside. I don't need my knife anymore. So let's see what we have here. So we have a character here. All right, this character is a hill dwarf. No name, no character name on it. I'm guessing that these are the characters that the cast of the Stranger Things show we're actually playing. So this is a bard level 3, a hill dwarf. Is an entertainer background, neutral good, 900 experience points, and they give you all of the stats, on the character. That's pretty cool. They go through and talk about all the bard skills and gaining levels and what they have to do. So actually fairly nice setup if you're trying to introduce new players to the game. This is this is a pretty cool way to do it, is to have something preset, and then the player just puts their own character name in there. A 3rd level cleric, a wood elf, acolyte background, lawful good. Once again, 900 experience points, so they have all the characters roughly the same experience point level, same same level as well. All right, and they go through and you can see the cleric skills and then gaining levels. So they give you the the breakdown on how they gain levels. Next, we have a 3rd level paladin, a 3rd level half-orc ranger, an outlander, neutral good. I didn't go through the paladin. The paladin was human, the soldier, lawful good, obviously. A 3rd level wizard, half-elf, acolyte, neutral good. Goes through all of their, different stats, some other things. Goes into half-elves, some of the, character race differences and such, wizard background, and how, once again, gaining levels and what they do as they gain levels, all the way up to 5th level. All right, so, and this is probably following the lines of the, the basic set where characters will go up from 1 to, 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 level. So, next up is the starter set rulebook. And if you have 5e, I mean, this is essentially the same thing from the 5e starter set. Let's see if we can do here. So it goes through the basics. I like the fact that they put the same dice that you get in the game right there in the graphic here. I don't expect to see anything different in this than in the other starter sets. So this is essentially, the 5e, basic starter set rulebook. They go into resting. They do have some, some additional graphics that are, in pictures and photographs that relate back to the TV show. Obviously the layout and some of the other graphics are going to, be more tied to the show itself. But the rules themselves are going to be your basic Stranger Things, not Stranger Things, Dungeons and Dragons 5e. All right, so Chapter 4, Spellcasting. And once again, pictures from the show. Going through all the spells. Appendix. I'm looking for anything that really stands out as being something that's specific to the show here, but I'm not seeing anything that's specific to that. So this, however, is. All right, so this here is the adventure booklet, and you can see it's a D&D campaign by Mike Wheeler, and this is the first time I'm seeing it myself. And so there is Will the Wise, notes to myself as a dungeon master, and so you can read through here and see, finish the story at night, maybe along. I'm just really looking at it the very first time, just like many of you might. The whole story, so he gives a, the background story of the campaign. What happens as you're meeting with this Sir Tristan. Rumors on the road. So here's the first dungeon, portion of it. So the Troglodyte Caverns. The Cursed Labyrinth is another area. Special Encounters. The Lost Night, which I'm guessing is a part of the story. Looks like there's some riddles, some riddles in the, in this particular adventure. The Upside Down. So now you have your introduction into the Upside Down here. I'm just looking through. So the Upside Down Encounters, the Proud Princess, the Lair of the Thessal Hydra, and so there's the Stranger Things version of the Demogorgon. And then the conclusion. Interesting enough, I'm really quite surprised that there were no apparent stats of, no monster blocks or no stats at all. Let's go back to the rulebook and see if I spot anything that was related directly to the game or to that adventure. Appendix B, the monsters. Here we go. All right, so here's the monster stat block. So they put them not in the adventure booklet, but here. So you have a bugbear, you have the Demogorgon. All right, so this is not the classic Demogorgon that you've seen in, the Monster Manual 1, first edition. So obviously this is one that is related more towards the television series, the Netflix series. And so it's going to be slightly different, certainly less powerful than the original. So it's a medium monstrosity. This particular one, 60 hit points. And keen smell, blood frenzy, and regeneration. It has a multiple attack, a bite, a claw. You have doppelgangers, evil mages, a flame skull. So all of these different creatures. Hobgoblins. Many of these are most likely random encounters that you can have inside. Here's the Thessal Hydra. I'll kind of save that for, when, don't want to spoil it for everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say this is a fairly powerful creature. It's really pretty cool stuff. So, I mean, if you already have the basic edition, the starter edition of the game, this is just something nice to have. I will attempt to put this back in the way it was, which is always fun to do. There we go. And the dice set. And of course I messed that up and didn't do it right. I'll just put these character sheets on top. Okay. And there we go. So as you can see, it's pretty neat little set. Looking forward to giving it a full read and checking it out, and hopefully I can convince my kids to give the game a shot. So thanks for joining in. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share if you feel like sharing. Leave your comments if you are so inclined to leave a comment. I really look forward to comments. That way I can see what else you might be interested in hearing next time. If you have any Kickstarters out there that you're either backing or you're producing yourself, please feel free to leave a link and I'll take a look at it. And you all have a good remainder of the week. Thanks for joining.